What it is, YouTube, man, it's Big T Ward, and I'm back at y'all with another video. Don't forget, man, to like, share, subscribe, comment, and follow your boy. If you want to drive a Hatfield Trucking, which we do, man, make sure you click the link. Call someone in recruiting. Let them know Big T Ward sent you. All right, man. Make sure you keep your notification bells on so you know when I'm dropping any new content, man. All right, man. Let's talk about it, man. Y'all saw the title and thumbnail. We're going to get into some other business, too. But I want to talk about, man, the upcoming fight with Gervonta Tank Davis and Frank the Ghost Martin, man. We all know, man, Tank Davis, 29 fights, 27 KOs, 26 or 27 KOs, man. We got Frank Martin. I think he's like 19-0. Let's get into it, man. Okay. Let's start off with Frank Martin. Okay. We already know he's the stablemate of Errol the Truth Spence, training with Derrick James, trainer of the year in 2017. Frank, man, after seeing him fight, I watched a few of his fights, all right, all the way up to his last fight that he had. Now, I would say this about Frank, man. He's a short, stocky dude. Good left hand, really good left hand. I think, you know, the last few fights that he had, he kind of showcased that strength he had in the left hand, man, with that straight left, you know what I mean? He got a straight left to the body and a straight left to the head. So I think his footwork is really good. I think Derrick James, man, like Derrick James is a trainer that always focuses on footwork, fundamentals. You know, he's that dude. You know, it helps too if you're kind of athletic, but he focuses on the fundamentals a lot. So Frank, man, developed that, you know, over time. You know, of course, he moved up in opposition, man, when he fought the Martinez dude. Now, I think when he fought Martinez beat Rolly. I think he beat Rolly in that fight. The Comey fight could have went either way, but I think he beat Rolly. And dude showed some really good boxing skills, man. So I think Frank had his work cut out for him. Couldn't get past him in the first couple rounds because, oh boy, was there on short notice. He took the fight on short notice, man. So I think he was there for him, man. The first couple rounds of the fight, he was there. He was in it, man. And I believe a little while into the fight, around the fifth, sixth round, I think Martin starting to, you know, get the timing right. You know, catch him with the straight left, catch him with a hook. You know what I'm saying? The right hook kind of surprised me from Frank, man. Even though he got a good one, it kind of surprised me though. But he was catching on board with the straight left, and I think that kind of warmed down. A lot of the body shots warmed down too. So he was kind of hitting to the body, man, with the straight left, and that really, you know, kind of sealed the deal for him in the later rounds, especially around the 10th round, man. You know, it was a 10th round stoppage, you know, and I think that was pretty good too. And you know, even his fight before that, man, Frank was showing a lot of good footwork, man. In his fights, each time he shows something different, man. You know, any level up in opposition, man, brings out the best in him, I think. But he gonna have his work cut out, man, when he go up against Tank. You know, we all know Tank, man. We always know what he bring. You know, he got that one-shot power. He got that knockout power. So you know what he's gonna bring to the table, man. But I think Martin got his work cut out for him. Me, I see a late round stoppage. You know, around about in the later rounds, man. I think around about 8th, 9th. I think that's probably what it's gonna be. You know, but let's get into Tank, man. Y'all know Tank, 29 fights, 26, 27 knockouts, man. Dude got that power in that left. And he showed it, man, his last 2 fights back to back, man. And the guy named Hector Garcia, man, put up a good fight. Don't get me wrong, he was a slick dude, slick older guy. And, you know, older for Tank, rather, you know what I'm saying, not an old man. But he was a slick older guy, man. And he was giving Tank, you know, a little bit of work in there. You know, Tank kind of had to, that's when you really seen his boxing skills come out, when Tank fought that dude, man. You know, he really boxed that dude. And because you know, Garcia was giving it to him right back. Hector Garcia now was giving it to him, man, right back. So I think Tank was catching him with some good clean shots to the head, man. I think that kind of slowed him down, you know, later on in the fight. Because, you know, being honest, man, you can't take that many fights, man. I mean, you can't take that many shots to the head and keep going. You know, you just can't. You just can't, man. Especially getting hit by Tank. But I think when Hector, man, when Tank was giving him the business, Hector was giving it right back. You know, ain't like he was backing up. He stayed in the pocket. You know what I mean? He did do all that running. He stayed in the pocket, man. And I like that. You know what I'm saying? I like them type of fights, man. That back and forth, that give and take. You know, I hate when the guy get washed in the first round. So I think Tank, man, you know, had his work cut out, but he prepared for it, man. And you know, he put that work in, and he was right there with Hector, man. And you know, just showing his skills, man. He was, you know, he had the shoulder roll going on, and you know what I'm saying. Had that, you know what I'm saying. He had the pull counters like Floyd, you know what I mean. Motherfucker punch, boom, you know, he got that pull counter. So he had that going for him, man. And it really showed, man. It really showed his boxing IQ, man. And I think, you know, right now, man, for Tank, I don't really see nobody give him no competition. So, far as him going up against Frank, I think Frank gonna be there though. I think Frank gonna be there for the most part, man. For the most part of the fight, he gonna be there. I don't really think he should get into a fist fight. You know what I'm saying? Like a blow for blow type of, you know, thing with Tank. You know, I think he should be smart, use that footwork, you know, like he did against Martinez. I think he need to use that kind of movement, even though Martinez was a, you know, an orthodox fighter. But I think he moved well. I think, you know, Martin moved like he needed to move, and he got the shots off he needed to get off, man. He controlled the distance, you know, his foot placement was right on point, you know what I'm saying? Even with, you know, he was making Martin miss, you know what I'm saying? Martin had to reset, you know what I'm saying? So that's the thing when you're fighting lefties, man. You got to reset to, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, Martin was taking advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? He was stepping around, you know, using that footwork, man, gauging that distance. You know what I'm saying? He was digging into the body too. But he put up like the 3-point combination thing. You know what I'm saying? He'll go down, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Or he'll hit left, you know, he'll boom, boom, and come back up with the right, man. So the hook was working for him. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much in that fight, man. And, you know, I don't really think he going to kind of get that against Tank, though. You know, I think Tank going to let him, you know, get comfortable. You know what I'm saying? My prediction, I think he going to let him get comfortable. He going to let him build that little confidence up. So, you know, you build your confidence up, you get a little bit more excited. You know what I'm saying? You start throwing a little bit more punches. Same way he did, like, you know, he did with Rolly. You know, Rolly was trying to walk him down, which was the wrong strategy. But, you know, I don't think Martin going to try to do that. Even though he probably be the bigger fighter coming in, I don't think he going to be the guy to try to walk him down. I think he going to be the dude that's going to, you know, kind of sit back, trying to get his jab working, you know what I'm saying, trying to get the jab going. Because he got a pretty good jab, man. And, you know, Tank is not really a jab guy. You know what I'm saying? He's more of a distance dude. You know what I mean? He gauge distance, you know what I'm saying? And that's the way Tank put it out there. You know what I mean? He put that, you know what I'm saying? He doing that. You know what I'm saying? He trying to get himself set. So, you know, instead Martin need to take advantage of that, kind of keep the jab in his face. You know what I'm saying? And I think Martin probably gonna do that. Probably try to keep that jab going, just so he can kind of close the distance and get in. You know, because I think Tank gonna try to stay on the outside. You know what I'm saying? Tank fight well on the back foot. You know what I'm saying? That's how he did against Ryan Garcia. You know, he got Ryan to, you know, come to him. And he knew that, you know what I'm saying? He already knew Ryan was going to come in because he was counting on one weapon, was the hook. His left hook he was counting on. You know what I'm saying? Because he kept throwing and he kept throwing. You know what I'm saying? He kept trying to wrap. And so when he wrapped around his head, you know what I'm saying, he was like this, off balance. And Tank came right with the left. Back. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, because he was throwing it so hard, Garcia did this. You know what I'm saying? When he was like this, Tank had already had the shot set up. All he did was just dug under. Bam! You know what I'm saying? He had put his weight on it. He was right there. Garcia's face was right there with the left. Because he was already kind of leaning down with it. And that was it. But, you know, I think Tank gonna let him kind of get there. Get that distance going, man. Get that confidence going. You know, he gonna try to get out there, get him careless. You know what I'm saying? And that would Tank gonna hit him with something, man. But long as Frank kind of, he gonna have to make Tank do something desperate. You know what I mean? That's what I mean by he gonna have to be smart. Use the fundamentals, kind of keep the jab going, because you're gonna have to make Tank make some kind of mistake, which he ain't gonna make many of. You know what I'm saying? The dude has grown into a, good boxer, man, good boxer puncher, dude. He's not a brawler, so he's a boxer puncher. So he get you hurt, it's over with. It's over, man. Especially if you get you hurt to that body, it's over with. You know what I'm saying? So I think, Tank the perfect height, man. They both pretty much same height. Not one is not taller than the other, but I think Martin reach is a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? Just see them face off, you can see Martin a little bit longer. I think his reach a little bit longer. He got to use all that, man. You know what I'm saying? Both though get low. Tank don't really get low, man. I think Martin gets low. You know what I'm saying? He's this dude. You know what I'm saying? He you know what I'm saying? He's that. And I think Tank is more of a, you see Tank doing this. You know what I'm saying? He's more of that dude. But Martin is a, shoulders up, and you know what I'm saying? He's more that guy. So he gonna have to keep that, he got to keep that jab working, man. He got to keep Tank kind of off balance. You know what I'm saying? But both of them lefties, so it's kind of, I don't know, man. But Tank just ain't got that jab working like that. I ain't saying he got one. He don't use it as much. But me personally, I got Tank winning the fight. If I was betting, man, I'll bet on Tank. I just think Martin probably gonna be his best opposition, man. Other than Shakur Stevenson. You can agree with me or don't agree with me, boxing fans, man. But I think Shakur will probably be a more, bigger challenge for Tank. You know what I'm saying? He's because of his height and because of his IQ, man. I think he's not gonna run into nothing stupid either. You know what I'm saying? I think Shakur is that guy. He's a lot more careful. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna take that big of a risk or nothing like that. But I think Martin will. I think Martin will take a bigger risk, because he's going to go off from when the sparring session they had years ago. So I think he's going to kind of go off that and, but they got to understand they both grown since then. So I don't think Martin need to go off that kind of deal. But I think that's going to play in his head too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of, what they did back then, you know what I'm saying? And plus also circulating, people searching for the footage, and they probably ain't going to never find. But unless, Tank leak it out there or somebody put it out there. But, I think that's going to be in Martin's head. And I think, Tank playing the mind games, man. After I watched the press conference and looked, I think he played the mind game with Martin, man. I think Martin was a little bit off balance. He's not a guy that's used to talking to the media, and Tank kind of lived in that limelight. You know what I'm saying? So I think he kind of got to Martin a little bit. And that's the way the people look at it. You know what I'm saying? And I believe he probably would kind of use that and get into, he used that to get into Martin's head. Like I said, it's the first press conference. So, you got to think about other press conferences going to come in. They're going to follow that. But, you talking about the little female, you know what I'm saying? They both probably, got weird at some point. But all this is going to play in Martin's head, man. You can see it messing with him. So I think it's probably going to get into his head. It's probably going to play into his head a little bit and going to throw Martin off his game, even when they get ready to fight, because he's going to use that throughout the whole press conference. Even if he go on another press conference, when they do another press conference, man, it's gonna play in his brain. You know what I'm saying? And Tank already playing the game, man. Tank already coming to his interviews and crashing his interviews, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy, man. If I can find that clip, man, I'm gonna put that clip up and let y'all see that, man, when he was, kind of playing into his head. You know what I'm saying? And man, I hope we can find that clip, man. Y'all watch this clip right here, man.
Man, just tell them to drop the sparring from round 1 to when it was through, and then that's it. I don't even want to talk about it no more. At the end of the day, the shit sparring. We fighting June 15th. I'm on his ass June 15th.
When you were looking at him, I saw you say something like
he ready, but he seen in my eye, he seen some shit in my eyes too. I don't give a fuck what he say.
When
you
was
feeling
that?
underestimated by
Yeah,
Tank?
for sure. I wouldn't say that. He better be working if he ain't gonna fuck up.
Frank, when was that sparring, Frank? Roughly.
It was around the time he fought Leo Santa Cruz.
I heard you like saying something or mouthing something to the effect of I was green or something green.
No. Around that sparring session, like I wasn't half of who I am as a fighter now.
Talk
half
about it a
of who
little
I am.
Big gang, and we going this way.
What sets you apart largely from your opponent here? What makes you a better fighter?
He started when he was 15. I started when I was 7.
That's
there
where
you go.
Fuck up at.
There you go, right there.
That's where we
Look at Derek James. Look at him.
What did you think about the situation with Ryan Garcia yesterday? We got a chance to see him after the both failed tests. What was your
Because we can come over here. They playing with him though.
So you call BS on that, like Ryan?
What can we expect June 15th?
What do you think about this?
So that clip, man, when he came up and he got into Martin's space, you know what I'm saying, and they were going back and forth and all that kind of stuff, man. I think that right there is gonna get into Martin, get under his skin, you know what I'm saying. And I don't think Martin can get under Tank's skin like that, you know what I'm saying. And I think that's really gonna boost, Tank, confidence up already, you know what I'm saying, more and more. So it's already up there, but like when they asked Martin the question and Martin stumbled over his words, you know what I'm saying? You like, look, man, he don't even sound confident, you know what I mean? Tank already messing with him. So, man, I think a lot of that guy is going to play a really big role into how the fight going to go. That's why I say a late round stoppage, man. I think Martin going to kind of get frustrated and it's not going to go the way that he probably wanted to go. So, man, he's going to have to keep his cool, man. He's going to kind of stick to the game plan because, I think probably they're going to, I'm sure they didn't study Tank, man, over numbers of fights he had. So I think they're going to try to kind of mimic off what that is and how they play in that situation. And, so it's going to be an interesting fight. Not saying it's not going to be a boring fight. It's going to be a boring fight. It's going to be a really good fight, man. And I hope, it turns out to be just as good as, the Hector Garcia and the Ryan Garcia fight. So, Tank, man, I think the only other person Tank had some trouble with was Isaac Cruz. I think Isaac Cruz want that rematch, because, anybody to fight that dude, man, is going to be a problem. You know what I'm saying? Somebody get that dude a shot, man. He's a bull. He's that bull fighter. And he's a pressure guy too. He's a pressure fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, Tank, showed his boxing in that fight too. But he just really showed it in the Hector Garcia fight, man. So I don't think Martin can outbox Tank. I think Frank is there, but I don't think he can outbox Tank, man. I believe, Martin got his shot though. I would have really liked to see him fight Shakur Stevens. That probably would have been a good fight for him. I don't know how they would have went because Shakur is not a really big puncher like Tank. You know what I'm saying? He's not a big punching guy. He's a points guy. You know what I'm saying? He's one of them dudes that's gonna hook you with the left. You know what I'm saying? He one of them dudes. He the stabbing. You know what I'm saying? He got that stab jab and stuff like that. He don't have the popping jab. It's just you know what I'm saying? It's a distance jab. And I think he's that guy. You know what I'm saying? When he fought Valdez and all them dudes, that's what he did. You know what I'm saying? And Valdez was, trying to get in the inside. He was doing this. But, Stevenson, that dude is, that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? Keep that distance. You know what I mean? So I think him and Frank kind of fight the same. You know what I'm saying? Frank got the jab working, but I think he's just, he throw more jabs. So, man, they all be good. They'll be all good fights, man. I think, it will come up. Now, aside from Tank and Martin, Benavidez, man, I don't blame the guy. I think he should have, you know, have gotten a shot to fight Canelo. That's the fight people wanted to see. And my honest opinion of that, I like Benavidez, man. I think dude's a beast. You know what I'm saying? I don't think nobody was gonna really, nobody else was really gonna beat him at 168. No other fighter. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? No other fighter was gonna beat that dude. I think, Canelo probably would win in the later rounds. You know what I'm saying? And the only way I can see that's happening if you go to Benavidez's body, because Benavidez is long, he's tall, Canelo's kind of short, so Canelo gonna have to get in the inside. You know what I'm saying? That's how he tried to do Bivol, but Bivol kept him at the end of that jab, man. So, and the only way he'll beat Benavidez, he's gonna have to get in the inside and attack his body, But, since the fight ain't gonna happen, we'll never know. We'll never see it. But I think he should have got that chance to fight, more than who Canelo beat. You know what I'm saying? So I think he should have got that fight, man. Benavidez earned it. He beat everybody that he's supposed to have been, and everybody put in front of him, he beat. Anybody they say he need to fight first, he fought him and beat him. So he should have got that, way before this other cat. Now after seeing the fight, seeing some of the highlights and stuff like that, dude put up a pretty good little fight. You know what I'm saying? But he was young. Canelo knew that. You know what I'm saying? And Canelo kind of played with him. Canelo took some good shots from him. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think the guy was just smart enough to. He still tried to go in there and bang with him. And Canelo was playing the boxing game. And he was trying to go in there and bang with Canelo. So, same way when Floyd did Canelo. Canelo wanted to bang and fight in the middle of the ring. Floyd wasn't having it. You know what I'm saying? Floyd just outsmarted him. Ring IQ, man. You know what I'm saying? That boxing IQ, man. Just, And so now he's playing the Floyd tactics and doing the same thing to other people. So he don't want to give Benavidez that shot because Benavidez do have the most to gain, and he probably got, a better chance to beat you than any other person you fought. You know what I'm saying? But I think Canelo should have got that. I think Canelo should have gave him that shot. You're the man at 168. Why not get a man the shot? You on your way out, man. You ain't gonna really be in this game too much longer to fight no other top guys, because ain't no other top guys out there. You know what I'm saying? So the only person that's left is a Benavidez. You know what I mean? You're not gonna wait around another 2-3 years for Terence Crawford to move up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's gonna take Crawford a year. And let's say if he go through the 154 shit, it's gonna take him a year to. He probably gonna win the unified belts at 154. Okay. In order for him to move to 168, he got to take probably some months off, get his body up. You know what I'm saying? Get his body, get the weight up, get his body used to the weight, and then come in and fight you. That means Canelo got to wait around. You know what I'm saying? Go box some other, young or, a no-name guy, to keep your belt. So that's another year or two. And now Crawford ready to fight you. So then it's going to be all the excuses. Canelo getting old, he's slowing down. You know what I mean? So it's always going to be the catch-22. I just think it's not going to happen, man. But Canelo should have gave Benavidez. But the guy Benavidez fighting, I never really seen the dude fights. I'm not going to lie. Haven't seen his fights. I might have to go back and watch his, see a few of his fights and see how he fights. And, see his mannerisms and, how he set up things and like that. Then I can judge and see how, Benavidez will fight him or how he will box him or whatever the case. So I'll do that and just find out and see, man. But I think, like I said, I think Benavidez will win. Simply, I've seen Benavidez fight. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen his fights, man, from David LePew to, all the way, Anthony Durrell and all these dudes, Caleb Plant, Demetrius Andrade. I've seen the fights the bigger fights that he had, and he done came through. You know what I'm saying? Either stoppage or knockout. You know what I'm saying? And he really showed that. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, like Tank said, he that guy. You know what I'm saying? I think Canelo should have gave him that shot, man. It's just my opinion. I think Canelo should have gave him the shot. You know, why not? Get a dude the shot, man. He deserved it. You know, that's what I think he should have done. You know what I'm saying? But hey, this is my opinion. I'm not a boxing expert, but I do like boxing. I do understand boxing. You know, I understand the boxing IQs and stuff like that, man. I watch boxing, and you know, for just little stuff, man. I watch people. I watch how they act. I watch the footwork. You know, I just, you know, I'm a boxing fan, man. But, you know, my predictions though, Tank around like an 8th, 9th round stoppage, and Benavidez, it's gonna be a stoppage, man. I don't know what round, but it's gonna be a stoppage for Benavidez. You know, I think Benavidez will be good at this weight. I think he's good at 175. So I think it, you know, I think it'll be good for him, man. So those are my predictions, man, for this fight. I can't wait to see the fight. I'm definitely gonna watch it. So I'll be tuning in June 15th, man, to see Martin and Tank and Benavidez. And I forgot the guy that he's fighting, man. I think he's a guy from Ukraine. I can't pronounce his name, man. I don't want to mess the guy's name up, man. But I can't wait to see these two fights. And I'll definitely be tuning in on the 15th to see. Let me know y'all predictions, man, in the comment section, man. Please leave a comment section who you think is going to win. And we're going to go from there, man. Let me know what you're watching on. And I'm going to try to record and all that, man, when I'm watching the fight. Let y'all see my reaction, man, because I can't wait to see it. Hopefully I'll be at home to see it, man. I don't know if we'll be on the road or not, but hopefully I will be at the house. Even if we're on the road, I'm still going to watch it. But we'll be tuning in. So y'all let me know in the comment section, man, what y'all think. And let me know, man. Give this video a thumbs up. And make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, man. We'll be back with more videos, man. So appreciate everybody who's following me. Follow me on all platforms. Big T Ward 80, Instagram, Big T Ward, TikTok, Big T Ward, Facebook. Of course, Big T Ward on YouTube. Make sure you follow me on all platforms, man. All right? It's your boy, Big T Ward, man. We out of here.
Beats by Terrell.